This is a substantially separate classroom. So this is a classroom where we support the needs of some of our students with special challenges. And you can see the adult to student ratio. And we are really providing individualized programming based on the needs of each child in this room.
How many children do we have that are in there?
So we have 5 kids that are in this classroom, but they come here for certain things and then they go out for other things. So they'll be in the gen ed classroom for, let's say, math, and then they might come in here for ELA support. Or
Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I'm taking a little video of you. Is that okay? I'm doing a show about the school.
Oh,
Yeah. Letting people see on TV what the school's like.
yes.
Do you like it here?
Yeah.
You love it?
Yeah.
That's cool. Are you having lunch or is this a snack?
Snack.
Oh. You know what's for lunch
Yeah.
today?
I got pizza.
Whoa. Is that your favorite food?
Yeah. I do the Pizarros.
Oh, of course.
She'd like to put a little plug in for Fisaros.
Absolutely. Well,
Cheese
you did it.
pizza.
You did Fisaro's cheese pizza. You highly recommend it.
Very subtle, Gabby.
this is, as students come in to our classrooms, we begin to do our work. Hi, Gabby. We begin to do our work.
She's going to get her lunchbox
Okay.
right across the way.
Right. So she's going to her other classroom. Right?
Gab's right back.
So what happens is if we start to notice that we have some concerns, we take data, we monitor over time, we intervene, we do different planning to address the needs of that child, and then we gather all that information and we come to the child study table, which it usually involves a guidance counselor, a principal, teachers, and we talk about what else can we do to support the needs of the child. You can eventually get to a place where we then might say, you know what, we need to know some more, and we'll plan for referral for educational testing. Then our school psychologist will do the educational testing, then we'll convene as a team and determine if there is a disability of some sort, and we decide that as a team with the parents. And then should there be a disability and children become eligible for special education, we create an individualized educational plan, an IEP. And that's, so students in here have them so that they list out the very specific things they need to do and get support, whether it be...
Does any child get turned away
so-
because of their disability?
Oh, no, not at all. But some kids don't qualify for having a disability.
Okay, right.
So, and they may...
So what happens with autistic kids?
Yep.
What do you do with that?
So they would come through that process as well, and they may have special needs. And then what we do is we create that individualized IEP to meet the needs of whatever their challenges may be.
So this was twice the size.
Yeah, we used to have books over in this area, but in order to set up our computer lab, which is a beautiful space,
Yeah.
we needed to remove all the bookshelves and all the books that used to be housed over there.
I see.
So Laura, I
Hi,
don't know
Laura.
if you know Gina.
I have not met him.
No, how are you? It's
Very
good
nice
to meet you.
I shake your hand, but your hands are full.
Who's a lefty? So,
Yeah, I've been here for 6 years, but before I even got here, they had to get rid of all the shelving over there to add the computer lab.
right, there's only so much room, and there she is.
Jeannie.
Janie, the computer lady.
So
How are
we
you?
are very, very crowded over in this area. I mean, I have books up on top of the shelves and books on the bottom shelves.
Well,
that shouldn't be
okay,
there.
but, computers are taking over for books. Why do we need more books?
Oh, you will never.
I mean, I have to ask you that.
Right, and you will never replace books. There's something about having a book, a physical book in your hand, and sitting down. It's very hard to curl up with a laptop or curl up with an iPad.
Right.
You need to curl up with a good book, and kids still love books. Fifth graders love picture books. It's just, there's definitely a market for ebooks, but I don't see them ever replacing printed book.
Laura, do you want to talk about how hard it is for you to keep the library fresh with all the new books that are published each year? And then where do you find the spot?
Well, that's exactly what I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
Because I have very limited space, but I'd love to be able to get this back, absolutely. I was just, Janie saw me on Friday going through all of my biographies because I only have a finite amount of space and I have to weed to make them more relevant. And you can see the books now, the chapter books are up on top of the shelves because I don't have any other place to put them. So I'm actually getting rid of the videotapes, which is an older format, and taking the videotapes that are used and changing them over to DVD.
Right. Right.
So that's going to take up a lot less space. And then I can rearrange some of the library, but I still need more space.
And didn't you have to also get rid of some of the staff resources because we just didn't have
Oh,
enough
yeah.
space
They
down
ended
here?
up in the reading room.
Right.
So, yeah, it's...
Now,
could
Janie, would you like to see a different space for yourself?
I
for this?
love working with Laura Coburn. But yeah, I mean, you know, the thing is, we have over 700 students, and we need desperately to have more lab space available for them. And even, I mean, the community's been really generous, and we have a great lab down here. But with 700 kids and one computer teacher, they only get a finite amount of instruction in technology. And we just need more. We need the space. We need more teachers to fill that space.
Yeah.
We desperately need to have some way so that kids just can have more time in the library, in computer lab. When I first started teaching here, we had 350 kids. I mean, and that was an amazing time. I mean, we had lots of space to spread out in. There were small groups going on all over the place. When you have so many people in a building this size, just the organization has, I mean, because there are so many people in this one building, the way you organize the whole school day has to take that into account. And with smaller groups of people working together, if we could take this building and divide it into two different buildings, people could collaborate in a much easier way. I mean, I think it would actually change instruction for the better for the kids, and I think the kids will be the ultimate winners, and they're only in elementary school once.
Yeah.
I've been a volunteer since my daughter was in kindergarten. She's a junior now.
In high school.
Yeah,
great.
so what's that?
Gee.
11 years?
Wow.
Yeah.
Why do you keep doing it?
I think because I love kids. And I think that I had an epiphany in my life. A close friend of mine passed away, and I wasn't doing anything at the time. And before he passed, he said, give a little, you get back a lot. And you don't have it, until you volunteer, you don't know what that means until you walk out of a building, whether it's children, whether it's elderly, and you walk away and you just get this undescribable feeling.
16 years or however many years you've been doing this, you've seen this school increase in size.
Well, I haven't seen the school itself increase in
Well,
size.
I meant the
Yeah, I mean,
amount
when
of
Katie
kids.
was going here as a kindergartner, there were no, outside classrooms what they have out there right now, and the school seemed huge. I mean, it seemed almost not vacant, but it really you didn't notice it. You didn't feel confined. There weren't 27 students in a classroom or 25 kids in a classroom. But volunteering here for as long as I have, I can. It's a stretch, and it's a stretch, and it's stressful for the teachers because they know the confinement it is, and you want to have these open, free-flowing classrooms and things like that, and if you don't have the space, you can't really pull that off, can you?
Right. Well, you must be excited about the Boys and Girls Club expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, it's when you think about it, it's not just
I mean, they expanded for a reason.
because they had to. You know.
And I mean, you would think that the school would have expanded before the Boys and
Well, the
Girls
thing
Club.
about the club and the school is different. A lot of those donations from the Boys and Girls Club
I know.
are privately raised.
That's right.
Whereas the schools might have to go through the town to get money. But I'm thinking that if we if we're building a new Stop and Shop, shouldn't we have built a new school? I mean, and like some of the other people have probably already told you, you've seen expansions just booming across the island. But I mean, it starts here. I mean, it really truly does. I mean, these are the kids that, you know, someday are going to be changing the laws out here, hopefully, or in the country, whoever. But you know, it starts with education. Every single thing starts with education. It doesn't start with athletics. It doesn't start with anything else. It starts in the classroom. And I think that these teachers would do a better job if they had more space to do their job. That's what I think.